Hello there, guys and girls, and everything that's in between. Welcome to this round 1 of the R.I.O.T tournament. This is the Rome 2 International Open tournament. Today I'm playing in the first round. I think this was 64 players. After the 64 players faced off each other in a 1v1 format, you move on to the next round. So you'll see the result of this battle. I'm fighting against my opponent here, who is SITH's DesertFox. He brought Armenia, and I have the Parthians. Now, this is a build that actually I spent a good time thinking up. It's pretty balanced, it's pretty strong, especially given that I was kind of forced to pick first. So this is a build that I had to choose to be aggressive. Let's go ahead and put this on slow-mo over here. I've got 5 units of foot skirmishers. 3 of them are these Parthian foot archers. 40 missile damage and 150 range means that these guys, if not can trade equally with the elite slingers or elite archers, they can definitely do lots of damage. Then 2 units of these Persian light archers. They do have the 150 range, but they lack 5 more missile damage. But overall, they sort of still do the job. Behind them, I've got 4 units of these Persian hoplites. Really crappy hoplites overall, but again, they act as a screening force for my archers. And over there on the right, I've got 1 unit of Eastern spearmen. Again, really bad, but they're a versatile unit against cav, and they can also screen for archers well. My cavalry, which is really the focus and the punching power of this build, I've got 2 median cav. These guys are a little bit cheaper than the noble blood cav. They have very similar stats. I think realistically they perform the same. 1 unit of royal cataphracts, and this is where my general is, and notice that I've placed him on the right flank. 2 units of these mercenary Sarmatian horse archers. I knew the Armenian player would bring some kind of skirmish for himself, so I decided to bring some mounted skirmishers to at least be able to thwart my opponent's skirmishers. Over there on the left, 2 more units of median cav, supported by 3 units of eastern cataphracts. That is my build. Very heavy on the cav, infantry really non-existent. Let's move on to DesertFox's army. He's got 2 units of horse skirmishers here on the right flank, 2 units of these horse archers. 1 is an armored horse archer, and 1 is a regular horse archer. He also has 2 units of royal cataphracts on his left flank, supported by 1 unit of mercenary Cappadocian cavalry. These guys are really good. And over there on the right, he's got 2 units of eastern cataphracts and 1 more unit of mercenary Cappadocian cav. His main line is actually very similar to mine. He has 4 Persian hoplites and then 4 eastern archers. So, well, when I first started playing this battle, I was actually pretty nervous, I'm not going to lie. I hadn't been really playing sort of competitive for a while, really since Shogun. So I was really not sure as to how I was going to approach the game. So you can see that I'm going to be kind of indecisive with my actions here. I do have the skirmish advantage, so I could have just taken a straight-on fight against his skirmishers and won. Over here, he's trying to kind of pepper my eastern cataphracts with his horse skirmishers. These guys actually hold javelins. They have 81 range, so I could have easily thwarted them also with my archers, but again, I'm not on the top of my game here. And the 2 armies are actually very similar. He has a small advantage, I would say, in cav on this flank, but I kind of cancel it out on this flank. So things are kind of equal, really, between us. So I'm going to continue falling back here. Still no kills on my units whatsoever. The battle really hasn't started. I've been repositioning my troops. But I have actually been having some success over here on the right with my own mercenary horse archers. This is why I like the Sarmatians so much. Their 40 missile damage means that they actually outpower these armored horse archers and these regular horse archers when it just comes to, just raw firepower. You can see I took 1 unit away, or destroyed 1 unit. This 1 unit of armored horse archers is going to now be fighting 2 mercenary Sarmatians, and that's going to be really good for me. Again, you can see I'm blotching the engagements here. My opponent actually target fires 1 of my Parthian foot archers. This is a good target for him, but now he's going to shift to 1 of my Persian light archers. I've managed to rout 1 of his, and now seeing that I've slowly started getting the advantage on the right and on the left, I'm actually going to push forward on the left flank with my cavalry. And I'm also going to be sending in this one unit of Eastern Spearmen to support against the fight against the Royal Cataphracts. I know that that's going to be the hardest fight when it comes to the cavalry engagement. So here we go. I'm going to be kind of distracting with my opponent with moves here, and I'm going to try my hardest to sneak in one median cavalry. If I can sneak this median cavalry through the lines and hit his archers, the late game is basically going to be mine. Again, if you guys seen the last video I posted, it's all about planning for the late game and dictating the engagement. And even though I started off a little bit poorly here, you can see that I'm going to start attacking. I get really great charges on these mercenary Cappadocians. The Eastern Cataphract can't get a good charge in. And now I'm going to surround it with the other median cav, while one of them is now just sitting nicely at the back lines. Again, the action is very fast. I'm going to get charged by this Royal Cataphract, but look, it's actually aimed at my general. So again, the charges for DesertFox weren't that great. And that's going to allow my median cav to actually stick in there for a while. Here come the other unit of median cav. They're now trying to cause as much damage as possible in my opponent's back lines. You can see he's sort of stretched his infantry lines thin, and the engagement has actually started over here. I'm rigging my Persian hoplites forward. Here I've got a wider line than him, and he's actually going to, I think, start killing a little bit faster than me. So the engagement has really started on all the fronts here. My horse archers have finally killed this armored horse archer, which is actually going to just run away and stay there at the back for some reason. But my medians here, they got 65 kills. They essentially cut my opponent's foot skirmishing capabilities in half. But these horse skirmishers over here, they're actually very, very cost effective. Both of them took out a single unit of my Eastern Cataphracts, more or less. But this one unit here is actually going to be the difference, and it's going to surround and hit this one Eastern Cataphract unit that's already locked in with two others. And here comes the charge. He's going to be charging in his horse skirmishers to try and maybe shift the balance a little bit. But these guys don't really have much of a charge, much of a punching power when it comes to their charge. And as you can see, the infantry has really been engaged on all fronts again. His general, because he kind of messed up the charge against my general, my median cav, who took the charge excellently, killed 10 of his general and now going to start to waver. But his general, you can see I'm popping the war cry and the intimidate abilities. I'm actually going to rout his general off the battlefield. That was a huge turning point in the battle. He's going to free up one of his horse skirmishers here and try to hit my archers. I'm just going to stay in place and be firing at them. They do manage to get a few kills, but you'll see here very soon that my archers will actually rout them. So again, a very fast-paced battle. Two skirmish factions. I'm victorious with the cav here, and now I'm going to be able to surround this last unit of Royal Cataphract, which is now exhausted because it actually hit a trample charge. You can see my general is not exhausted yet. He has not hit his trample yet. Over here also I am winning again against these units, and one unit of Eastern Cataphract makes its way from the other flank to try and at least maybe win one of the fights on one of the flanks. I think that's what DesertFox was thinking over here, but I am now targeting with all of my archers. This is probably not the best target. I should have been targeting his skirmishers or some of his infantry. If I could free up this unit, for example, of infantry, or just kill the archers completely, I'll be able to send cav very quickly to support. This fight is, as you can see, taking a long time. I do throw in my mercenary Sarmatian horse archers again to just act as a meat shield at this point. They've done well for themselves. They got decent amounts of kills, helped to rout two other horse archer units. And now that my opponent's last Royal Cataphract is free, I'm going to be able to start launching hammer and anvil charges. My archers did a decent job so far, but now they're going to get charged by this unit of Eastern Cataphracts. I'm going to, again, stand in my position and try to fire at them as much as I can. I know that he doesn't have enough skirmishers to really cause much threat to the remainder of my units, so this is actually a trade I would take gladly. My skirmishers are going to act as sponges here, as opposed to him launching some kind of hammer and anvil charges against my infantry. Because really his infantry now could do lots of damage against my hurt and not just hurt, but tired cavalry units here. His Persian hoplites on my right flank are going to start to rout. This is really good for me. And this is hopefully going to free up another unit of infantry. You can see he's actually put them in square. I'm going to continue cycle charging with my general, and I'm actually going to send my median cav up here. I think I won't actually attack his archers. No, I don't. I'm coming in for hammer and anvil charges. Again, he is set up square here, trying to prolong the fight as much as he can. This is a good move on his part because he still has archer support. But these Persian hoplites don't have the mass necessary really to be able, or the stats to be able to withstand cycle charges like this. More units free up for me. Here comes my general, who's actually very healthy. I think he's the healthiest unit on the battlefield right now, 53 men. And I'm going to line him up, and I think charge either here, or maybe I'll go towards the archers. You can see the left, there was a huge cav fight here. He brought in his infantry. I do manage to slightly disengage with my eastern cataphracts. So we're going to sneak by a few kills and slow down these eastern archers from doing the damage. And here comes my general. He's going to charge neatly. And he does have one unit of Persian hoplites, but I'm just going to pull right out of there. And now I see that his units are coming toward me. They activate trample. I'm going to activate trample as well. Oh no, they don't activate trample. Actually, that was me using a general ability on them. Now I use my general's trample because he was very tired already. Just getting the maximum value I can out of it. I'm going to decimate that eastern cataphract in the charge. And you can see the remainder of his archers and infantry units are going to start rounding. So that was round 1 for the Riot tournament for you guys. I'm currently fighting in round 2 in a pretty tough group. I'll try to be posting the matches as I play them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Hard luck to DesertFox. Thanks for playing me, mate. GG's. And I'll see you guys in round number 2 as we head here into the results screen. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care and like the video.